lodging services reopens to visitors on June 1st. All of these and more when 284 News returns.
We understand that you cannot come to the store and encourage you to stay at home. If you need assistance with bill payments, top-ups, or troubleshooting, we are here to help. Call us at 444-4444 from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily, or visit our website at www.cctbvi.com. Click Top Up here or My CCT for top-up or bill payments. Social distancing with CCT.
Welcome everybody. It's Thursday, May 7th, 2020. A terrific Thursday to one and all. I'm Ron Grant.
And I am Kyla Kinisha Forbes. Beautiful, beautiful day
Indeed.
Here in the BVI. And we are just happy to deliver your daily dose of news.
Indeed. Now, topping our newscast today, let's get right into it. The British Virgin Islands has been classified as having sporadic cases of COVID-19 transmission by the Ministry of Health and Social Development. The World Health Organization, in its March 16th interim guidance, defines the sporadic cases of COVID-19 transmission scenario as a country that has one or more cases imported or locally detected. The WHO also lists 3 other transmission scenarios of COVID-19, which are no cases in which a country that has been not affected with the virus, clusters of cases, a country that is experiencing cases of clusters in time, geographic location, and or common exposure, and community transmission, which is a country experiencing larger outbreaks of local transmission. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Irad Potter stated that the Ministry of Health and Social Development is continuing aggressive efforts in a contact tracing strategy, and although the number of cases remains low, persons are encouraged to call the hotline to receive medical advice for testing if they are feeling unwell. Deputy Premier and Minister for Health and Social Development, the Honourable Carvin Malone, in a statement on April 29th, highlighted that the British Virgin Islands Health Services Authority was to receive additional supplies to enable the territory to ramp up testing significantly to detect and contain any remaining cases of COVID-19. Persons who may have come in contact with a possible case or in contact with a confirmed case of COVID-19 or show any symptoms such as fever, cough, difficulty breathing, headache, or recent loss of taste or smell should remain at home and seek medical advice by calling the medical hotline at 852-7650. Again, that number is 852-7650. Kyla, we see our medical professionals, along with the Minister of Health, continuing to do their best in containing and tracking COVID-19 here in the British Virgin Islands.
Most definitely, Ron. Now, Ron, as we move on, and viewers, this next story is simply one of partnership and camaraderie. The USVI Police Department donated protective kits, including body armor, to the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force as a joint collaboration to continue the fight against any potential security threats that may arise from the current COVID-19 crisis. Commissioner of Police Michael Matthews states that he is extremely grateful to his colleague and friend, Commissioner Trevor Velnor, for this most generous gesture. It is also an excellent example of the continuing partnership between the two forces to jointly fight crime on our mutual borders, he said. The equipment will be shared with teams from Customs and Immigration here in the territory, as well as the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force. As the phased reopening of the territory continues, the safety of our citizens as well as our frontline officers are most paramount. Ron, simple story, but I definitely love it. Here we see where the USVI and the British Virgin Islands once again just dealing in camaraderie and helping, as rightfully said, having mutual borders, common enemies. Here we see just partnership.
Brotherhood. It's a remarkable thing and a remarkable relationships. I don't think everyone will understand the tie that joins the British Virgin Islands and USVI. Though one a British territory and the other US, we are tied by so much more. Family, friends, deep-rooted family lineage, and in times of crisis, we always see where both islands and agencies come together, particularly in controlling and protecting the borders and the waters that surround us. So again, another example of camaraderie and brotherhood.
But Ron, really and truly, everyone, as we've been saying, is really going through it and just trying to fight their own fight. But here we see our persons over and this agency over in the USVI lending a hand and donating gear to the BVI. So we are most just grateful for such a gesture. So viewers, still ahead, remember the importance of vaccine. Hear all about it when 284 News returns.
Eco? 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 Everyone is speaking about eco-friendly products. We wanted to take the time to introduce the Eco Island brand. Eco Island is a brand dedicated to providing you with a reliable and cost-effective solution. Eco-friendly products for your restaurant, hotel, bar, office, and home. With takeaway trays, bags, cups, paper straws, cutlery, and cleaners. For more information, follow us at Eco Island 100.
Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media at cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works. Viewers, welcome back. You're watching 284 News. Manager of Expanded Program on Immunization, Mrs. Marina Fleming Berdu, is reminding residents of the importance of being vaccinated in the midst of COVID-19 pandemic and as the territory observe Vaccination Week in the Americas 2020. Mrs. Fleming Berdu said despite the ongoing activities to create awareness about the importance of vaccination, COVID-19 has impacted the immunization program, reducing the capacity to deliver immunizations and hindering access to primary care services. She stated, and I quote, "Being up to date with one's vaccination schedule is still very important, even more now. Therefore, we want to ensure that our children and adults are protected from vaccine-preventable diseases such as measles, which has an imminent risk of expanding in this area." Nurse Berdu said immunizations will resume in the coming weeks and safe ways must be found to deliver vaccines during this pandemic in keeping with the new normal of social distancing and other safety standards. Some of these measures include one parent and child must be seen at a time, and face mask, of course, must be worn by parent or guardian during the duration of the vaccination visit. Against measles is strongly advised. Children who are due to receive their vaccine will be given priority. Persons who have been in contact or are living with someone who has been diagnosed with COVID-19 should inform the nurses before attending. The clinics, school, and mass vaccination campaigns will not be conducted until further notice, and healthcare workers are encouraged to be vaccinated against respiratory infections such as influenza. Now, she said by adding, the BVI has shown great capacity to ensure that its people are vaccinated, and we must maintain this capacity now, but we also need to ensure that readiness to deliver the vaccine for COVID-19. Nurse Berdu added, Vaccination Week was implemented in 2002 with the objectives mostly of promoting equity and access to immunization to strengthen community health and reduce vaccine-preventable mortality rate. Vaccination Week was observed this year, or is being observed rather this year, under the theme Love, Trust, Protect, Get Vax. The BVI Health Services Authority is continuously committed to delivering excellent, compassionate, client-centered healthcare across the territory. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have so much more, but Kyla, a very important story here where we see the observance of vaccinations. As we know, a lot of parents out there with kids need to be aware of the importance of getting their regular vaccines now more than ever amidst COVID-19.
Most definitely, Ron, as you said, more so than ever. Here we have Vaccination Week and just stressing the importance of getting vaccinated. So definitely a great story.
All right, still ahead, there is so much more news for you right after a word from our sponsors. You're watching 284 News.
We understand that you cannot come to the store and encourage you to stay at home. If you need assistance with bill payments, top-ups, or troubleshooting, we are here to help. Call us at 444 4444 from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. Or visit our website at www.cctbvi.com. Click Top Up Here or My CCT for top up or bill payments. Social distancing with CCT.
Are you a business owner? Business owners are very busy thinking on ways to grow. Wouldn't you like a vendor that makes life easier? P3 Paper Plastic Products offers 24-hour WhatsApp ordering. So, whether you're on vacation, at a sporting event, or, I don't know, forgot, P3 Paper Plastic Products has got you covered with great prices, better service.
Viewers, welcome back to 284 News. Now, 6 weeks ago, Governor Albert Bryant over in the USVI, through an emergency order, closed occupancy services to visitors in an effort to slow the spread of the coronavirus. Reports from the VI Consortium stated that the Bryant-led administration will allow reservations for hotels and other lodging services, which includes hotels, Airbnb, bed and breakfast, etc., to reopen on June 1st. This indicates that the USVI will be accepting outside visitors as of June 1st. Currently, hotels can accommodate business and inter-island travel guests, but no outside visitors. The governor encouraged residents during this time to utilize hotels for staycations if they seek to do so. The USVI has reported 66 cases of COVID-19 to date. Residents, of course, are worried that this level of reopening will cause the country to see a surge in cases. As we are aware, the U.S. mainland have started its phased reopening. The Trump administration is projecting that cases will rise steadily in the upcoming weeks due to this reopening. Now, Governor Bryant said, in his opinion, people are safer now than they were a week ago, pointing out the mandatory wearing of masks, and he also explained that the territory does not have any interstate travel, transit systems, and large buses, making the territory's makeup a lot different from the mainland. The government also spoke about protocols that are in place as a part of the USVI's Safer at Home plan in comparison to other U.S. jurisdictions. He said most states don't have a mandatory face mask inside commercial establishments, and most states are allowing you to go into restaurants and eat. We still don't have that. Our bars are still closed, the governor said. Mr. Bryant was optimistic about the current outlook. He said, I mean, so far, so good. I think people are safer now than they were last week, and people are complying with the mask rule. No mask, no service, he said. Ron, here we see the USVI really taking a step of action towards reopening their economy. As I said, 6 weeks ago, the governor, through an emergency order, basically instructed all lodging services, hotels, to not open to visitors. But here we see, as of June 1st, this will be back in action.
Well, Kyla, a lot of countries all across the world are making as many steps as possible, likewise here in the Virgin Islands, to reopen internally. I think this is a huge move by the U.S. Virgin Islands, and it definitely would have to speak to their level of assertiveness and readiness based on Governor Albert Bryant Jr.'s comments. He obviously believes that the territory of the U.S. Virgin Islands is able to move towards that step, so we have to commend them in having that fortitude and confidence. Persons, however, I think should still be cautious, remembering that the virus is we're not out of the woods, and it's still very prevalent. So as territories begin to open, we want to still be cognizant and be law-abiding citizens to ensure the continued health and safety of all residents, especially whether they're here in the BVI or over in the U.S. Virgin Islands. We want to encourage each other.
Most definitely. But Ron, as you said, all over the world we're seeing where countries and economies are starting to take the approach of a phased reopening. But here in the USVI, we see even over just across the waters, we see where residents aren't necessarily in full agreement with what the government is doing. I think we'll see that all across the board in many countries because as we continue to say, there's no necessarily any playbook. There's no right or wrong. I think leaders are just trying the best way that they can to move their territories forward.
One of the things that I really love, and I must commend a lot of leaders, but particularly close to us here in the BVI and of course over in the U.S. Virgin Islands, is the constant and consistent press conferences. I know some persons might even feel like perhaps the timing of some of these press conferences are not perfect, but at least they are making an asserted effort to include persons in the decision-making process, or at least including them by bringing certain issues to the platform. I know in this particular story, Governor Albert Bryan is famous for particularly answering questions via call-in radio. So definitely we see where that connection and that communication is ever present more than ever. And I want to implore our leaders who are tuned into our newscast to make sure they continue to do that, not just on a national level, but touch base with your constituents and the members of your community and members of the electorate, because I think now more than ever, we don't want fear to consume our minds and hearts, but we want to stay in communication with each other so persons know exactly what is taking place.
Most definitely. And Ron, here we see where the USVI is taking a step forward, as I said before, towards a more so reopening of their economy now to visitors. But even so, next week, the BVI will be unveiling another phase of reopening where non-operational businesses will be opening, should start to prepare for opening to the public. So here, even in the BVI, we're seeing where things are progressing really fast.
Indeed.
Most definitely, and we'll touch a little bit more about that in tomorrow's newscast. But viewers, of course, that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. Of course, it's always a pleasure. I am Kyla Kenesha Forbes.
And I'm Ron Grant. We'll see you again tomorrow as we deliver your daily dose of local, regional, and international content. We're 284 News, your source here in the BVI for honest and impartial news right here on 284 Media. Happy Thursday, everybody. We can't wait to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, you enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but here at 284 Media, we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. 284 Media proudly presents its newest talk show, The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, with yours truly, Ron Grant. A show poised to help guide modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen. Don't worry, it's not all about suits and bow ties, but raw, real-life lessons that translate to grounded, community-minded, well-rounded men. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, a 284 Media production. In the final analysis, we have two options. Stay inside and create memories that will last forever, or go outside and say goodbye to those memories. We're not stuck inside, we're safer inside. The time is now to unite, embrace, and love each other from a distance. Show the world and the people in it just how much they mean to you by keeping your distance. It may be difficult, but necessary. Let's reintroduce humanity and heart to all homes. While we can't enjoy the sun, sand, and sea, let's take this time to remember why we are nature's little secrets. Stay inside, and when it's over, we would all be better, stronger, and we would all still be together. With self-discipline and patience, we can overcome. We are, have been, and will always be VI Strong. A message from your team at 284 Media.
We understand that you cannot come to the store and encourage you to stay at home. If you need assistance with bill payments, top-ups, or troubleshooting, we are here to help. Call us at 444-4444 from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily, or visit our website at www.cctbvi.com. Click Top Up here or My CCT for top-up or bill payments. Social distancing with CCT.